What's going on, people? Welcome to Premzy TV. Arsenal have just done a number on Manchester United, winning at the Emirates by 3 goals to 1. And I'm absolutely fucking ecstatic. I tell you that much for free because the nerves were running through that game. The nerves were running. It was a tight contest from the start right till the very end. The Arsenal managed to unlock him and score 2 goals to put the absolute misery to these man after they thought that they got the winner under Garnacho. It's all a mad thing. Make sure you smash a like on this video, people. But international break has become a lot nicer now, folks, because if he would have drew that game, the Fulham game then would have been an absolute even more of a disaster than what it was. You know what I'm saying? But look, 10 points out of 12. Yeah, last season we won the first 5 games and it was all nice and happy, but we reverted back to type today and we got the victory. And that's the most important thing, because before the game kicked off, we had a big blow with Thomas Partey yesterday coming out that he was going to be out for a period of potentially 4 months, which is a big loss to this team. But we stuck at it. We brought Gabriel back into the team and we done what we should have done from the start of the season, in my honest opinion. You get me? Obviously, Havertz, we know what he looks like with Havertz, and everyone knows my thoughts with him. I'm not going to jump on him too tough, but in the opening few moments or so, he had a good effort, which he kind of fumbled the bag. He got through onto the penalty, and potentially you could say 50-50 it was a penalty, or if it wasn't, I'm not going to lie, if it come up against us and we kind of conceded that chance, I would have been fuming. So you could just say it was fair. That's my honest opinion. Maybe I'm saying this now because we won 3-1. I might have been losing my shit if we would have drew that game or lost that game. But this is how football works, I suppose. But he did fuck up with that goal. That Rashford goal, it all started from him losing the ball in the middle of the park. Christian Eriksen picking it up and just absolutely putting a delicious ball through to Rashford. He bagged it. Good goal from him. But we shown character. We went straight up the other end and we put the ball in the back of the net with Martin Odegaard. Nice pattern of play. And this is what I wanted to see through the start of the season. Directness. But I must say, I did get a little bit disappointed halfway through that first half, because after we scored a goal, we stopped that pressing. I don't know whether it was the heat or the sun that was taking it out of the players, but from the start of the game up until, say, we scored, because United scored, we scored, I feel like we actually played similar to how we did last season, pressing the ball, not letting man have a second on the ball. But then that kind of slowed down and we started to let United get back into the game, hold the ball, have a little bit of possession. And ultimately, it started to become a bit of a game where you didn't know whether Arsenal were going to go and score or United were going to score. I think we were very wasteful from set pieces. We must have had over 10 corners. You get me? Martinelli, he played well. Everyone played well today, in my opinion. I think Havertz kind of messed up, but he did make some recovery tackles and get into good positions in order to win the ball back. So I give him that. But Arteta, man, he done what we all wanted today. Go to a back four, and you can see it pays dividends. You get me? Big up everybody in the chat as well. Make sure you're smashing a like on this video. Absolutely buzzing. Brother Rice is a beast. Declan Rice, we're going to touch on him in a moment, yeah, because this guy has put the Arsenal shirt on and he does not look out of place at all. He looks like he's been here for years. And the maddest thing is, I think it was yesterday, Flex put on Instagram about Amrabat. I commented on it saying, nah, he ain't no Rice. And the flack that man got on that, yeah, about Declan Rice, it's a mad thing. You get me? He proved his worth today. This is what you pay £105 million for, a player that stands up when you need him, because it looked like the game was just drifting away from us. It looks like it was drifting away from us. We couldn't find that killer pass or that killer clear-cut chance. Everything that was going for us looked like it was going against us. The Saka opportunity towards the end of the game where he should have really went across goal, but he didn't take that opportunity. The penalty that got overturned, because I'm hearing that the referee requested to have a look at the footage, which is a bit mad, to be fair, because normally it's VAR telling the referee, look, you go and have a look and see what the situation is, because we think you might have done something wrong here. But I think he actually requested to have a look at it, overturned it. Garnacho went up and scored, and that's it. I'm thinking, oh my days, it's a fucking nightmare. But no, the boys stuck in. And you know what? Reece Nelson as well came on. Credit to him. Played well when he come on. Was trying to get himself into positions, take on players, get into the box. Happy days. Fabio Vieira came on again. Tomiyasu was the surprise for me. I thought he would have left Zinchenko one in the middle of the park and playing that left back role, but he brought Tomiyasu on, and he did okay, to be honest with you, Tomiyasu. But all Arsenal fans are ecstatic right now because how sweet is it? How sweet is it against Man United? Because I don't know about yous, yeah, but this is up there when it comes to the Tottenham game. This and the Tottenham game is for me are the best games of the season. You get me? These are the games that I look forward to the most because growing up, seeing Arsenal United battling it out for first, second, all the trophies. Yeah, we might have fell short in the Champions League or whatnot, but domestically, we were battling it out. The battles were great. I look forward to this kind of game the most. And today, it didn't disappoint. It didn't disappoint at all. Need to start Trossard and make Chan. I'm a bit confused on that one, but yeah, I agree. We definitely do need to let Trossard have a goal. I think he means make chances, but Trossard in that midfield three, I think would work as well. I think it'd work a treat. We've seen it in pre-season, and ultimately Trossard was actually our best player in pre-season in that position. So I'm surprised that he doesn't really get too much of an opportunity, but maybe he might be dealing with a little bit of a niggle or something that we don't know, because I'm surprised that he wouldn't have come on. Maybe he opted for Vieira this time out because last game Vieira had a massive impact on the game, you get me? And when you start having that little bit of form, it's probably best to keep giving them opportunities and chances to build on that form then, so it's just not a one-off. So maybe that was his thinking. But Gabriel Jesus, when he comes onto the pitch, you can see what this guy gives to the Arsenal, man. He's so nimble on the ball. In tight spaces, he can get out, creates opportunities, good pressing from the front, and also finds himself in the position where if the ball comes through, he's quick enough to get onto it. Calm finish today, put Onana on his ass. See you later. It was a mad thing. Big up yourself, Social Joins. To see you in the cut. But it's a mad thing. QA Guna, Thomas Partey is only out for 2 to 3 weeks. You know what? Hopefully that's the case, but we don't really know how it pans out with Arsenal. We never really get told anything concrete. We're always having to speculate. No one just comes out and says, look, he's out for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month or 2 months. They never really come out. They just keep you guessing. So as long as he's out for now, I think we need to keep the same setup. I'd like us to keep saying I would take Havertz out of this team. I'll put a Trossard in there. I'll potentially give Emil Smith-Rowe an opportunity in that position, because Emil Smith-Rowe, he needs to get a chance. He needs to get an opportunity, because before his injury, he was such a bright spark for us. You get me? And it's like he's just been absolutely cut at the neck. He's not getting a sniff into this team. It's quite baffling, to be honest. It's quite baffling. Now, it was the right way to play them. They suck on the ball, but normally we press them and we get done from balls over the top. Yeah, I suppose I do hear that. You can see that they are a counter-attacking team and that's where they thrive. But when we're playing at home, I just expect us to be just taking it straight to them. You get me? We've seen United concede 2 goals in 4 minutes last week. Yeah, I want to see us putting them to the absolute sword. You get me? Because we got the capability of doing that. We've got the players. You get me? We've got the year of experience now of challenging at the top of the table. We need to build on that. And so far, so good. You get me? That Fulham game, it was disappointing. If we would, like I said, if we would have drew this game, it would have made that game look a lot worse. But let's look at a few of the people's performances, because Declan Rice, yeah, wow, what a signing he's turning out to be. And you know what? I must say, when we was linked to Rice and we was linked to Caicedo, I was opting more for Caicedo than Declan Rice. And I'm so glad that we went in and got Rice instead of Caicedo. We've seen inside the Chelsea shirt, he doesn't look the same player that we've seen at Brighton. Yeah, you might say that's lack of a pre-season and him not having too much opportunities to build his fitness up or game time. Yeah, I think he will come good. But Declan Rice, he looks like an absolute veteran. He looks like a veteran, and he gives us that leadership that we need. Also, the way he puts his foot in and wins the ball, we've been missing that for ages. Yeah, Thomas Partey, very silky on the ball, good eye for a pass. He does track back and win the ball back, but he can also make a mistake in the middle of the park, give the ball away, put us under pressure. Declan Rice looks like that is not happening with him. You very rarely see Declan Rice losing the ball at all. Also, with his positional play, I've been noticing He pushes forward. He gets up when he can get up. But he's so effective in the middle of the park. He's a proper enforcer. And losing that kind of mentality and leadership from Granit Xhaka, it was so vital that we bring something like that quality back into the team. And Declan Rice has give that. Get me. Let's get some more of your guys' comments in as well, because I don't want to not get used man involved. Big victory today. You get me. Your buddy G, so happy we beat those lot. It's a mad thing. Havertz is very hard working off the ball. I agree he's hard working off the ball, but when he's on the ball, I want to see something more. You get me? I don't just want to bring a player on that's just going to be running around after the ball. I want to see a player that's going to get the ball and play football, because that opportunity that he had, we could have went 1-0 up early in that game if he would have just made contact with the ball. He panicked, his arse fell out, and he fluffed it. You get me? Absolute ridiculous. I'm expecting somebody who you pay £65 million for, who's on 300 bags a week, to put that ball in the back of the net. At least hit the fucking ball in it. You get me? And also for United's goal, he was the cause of it. He got the ball in midfield. He gave it away. Shit pass across the field. Ericsson intercepted, took it on and scored. So if you're telling me that we can't give Emil Smith-Rowe an opportunity in that middle of the park, I don't know what's going on, because Emil Smith-Rowe's a very hard-working player as well. Trossard, we see, hard-working player, good with the ball, good on both feet, good on set pieces. He gives us something else to the game as well. So that's what I want to see. Big up yourself, Marcel, in the cup. Me see you there, my brother. Premsy 3-point collectors. Born United. It's a mad thing. 30 win today, but Havertz was shocking again. Do you know what? It's one of them, because I don't think he was so bad in where I'm sitting here and I'm cussing the life out of him, but he made some vital errors in that game. You get me? I just touched on it, giving the ball away for the goal. He made that error, putting the ball in the back of the net, or at least hitting the target from that kind of position. You got to be doing that, because we've brought him in to replace Granit Xhaka and give us more than what Granit Xhaka give us going forward. And in my honest opinion, I'd say you put Granit Xhaka in that position, he's putting the ball in the back of the net with that left foot, 1,000,000%. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see Arteta not die on this sword. I think he should be easing Havertz into the team rather than putting a lot of pressure on the guy, because he's come with a very bad reputation from Chelsea of having 3 poor seasons. So you bring him into the team, integrate him into the team slowly but surely, and then you can start letting him build his confidence up, getting to understand the players, understand the system a little bit better, and you might be able to see a Havertz that will flourish. In my honest opinion, I don't think that's going to be the case, but I think that's probably the best way to kind of approach it, rather than dashing him straight into the deep end. But I don't know. We got to trust in Arteta, I suppose. He got to challenge him for the league last season, and to be fair, every single Arsenal fan was buzzing. And he's built that kind of trust with me anyway, where I think, okay, just do what you're doing. If it doesn't work out, I want to be able to see that you can be proactive and change things up. I don't want to see you fall on your sword. And that's what great managers do. And Pep Guardiola last season, was making mistakes and bringing different personnel in, and it wasn't quite working out. What did he do? He reverted back to type, and they won the fucking treble. So I want to see that from my manager. I want to be able to see my manager make big decisions, regardless if you paid £65 million for a guy. He's on 300 bags a week. If he ain't living up to it, or he ain't in form, bring somebody else in, give him an opportunity. This is the guy that's always banging on about letting everyone have opportunities. Nobody's a guaranteed starter in this team. You got to let players have an opportunity to showcase themselves. That's all I'm saying. I understand with the United game, maybe he wanted to add a little bit of height, because they have got some tall players in their team. Bringing on maybe Højlund and players like that, they might have thought it might do good from set pieces. We know United are decent from set pieces. But all in all, we won the game, and that's all that matters. You get me? So it's just nothing but praise for the manager today, nothing but praise for the players on the pitch, because we managed to get over the line and we beat them. We beat them 3-2 last season. We beat them 3-1 this season. And the run continues against Manchester United at home. Now, when we go to Old Trafford, we need the same kind of performance, same kind of spirit, and we need to do a number on these, man. Put your hand up if you're still unbeaten. Straight away, you get me, dog. Straight away. You know what, Marcel? What was I telling you about Liverpool, innit? Didn't I say when everyone was writing Liverpool off on all these podcasts and platforms that you know what? Liverpool, for me, they're going to be back this season. I think you can't fucking like just dash away everything Klopp's done over these 6, 7, 8 years that he's been at the club, and you're not going to see a bounce back from Liverpool. I've been saying it, get me in every podcast that I've been on, talking about, you know what, Liverpool, for me, I think they made some good signings, shrewd signings, and they'll be back to their best. I was getting laughed at, but it's a mad thing. Ake, big up yourself, my brother. Trossard or ESR in that role would work a lot better than Havertz. That's just exactly what I was saying. To be fair, I want to see ESR get a chance. I'd be disappointed if he end up leaving the club. We've seen that he was linked to Chelsea potentially, and a few different clubs are after him. But for me, we definitely need to be keeping our top young talent in the squad so they can grow together. They've already got that chemistry with each other from coming up through the academy. We need to build on that, man. And this is a much better crop than when we've seen the likes of, who was it? We had Kieran Gibbs, Ramsey, fucking. There was like a crop of 5, 6 players that we had coming through the youth setup or as younger players in the Arsenal team, the English core. This time round is so much better. So happy we got Rice. His attitude is elite, 100%, man. Like, I can't speak highly of Declan Rice. I think Declan Rice, yeah, is an epitome of what a midfield footballer should be, man. You get me? You can see he's a team player. He's hardworking. He's calm, composed, quality on the ball as well. That's what I want to see. You get me? I don't want to just see man having quality off the ball and running around and energy and all of that, but can't really produce on the ball. It's a mad thing. Rice is quality. What a player! That's worth 100. That's what 100 M's gets you. Casado, are you watching? Mad thing, mad thing. You get me? I know these Liverpool fans have got a bit of a fucking vendetta against Caicedo at the moment. I don't blame you, and it's just like what I was like with Mudryk at the time. But it is what it is. I'm fucking glad we didn't get Mudryk, and I'm glad we got Trossard now. So God works in mysterious ways. Everything happens for a reason. And now we just need to come back from the international break and just keep firing now. Champions League, we got a decent group. Haven't even touched on anything on the channel in regards to the Champions League group, but that's a group that we should be winning. Yes, Sevilla, good pedigree in Europe, but we should definitely be winning that group. I'm telling you now. Rice is like a fan playing at the club. He's so happy to play for us. You can see it on the pitch. The difference between him and Havertz application is crazy. Yeah, you know what? I wouldn't say Havertz isn't trying. I do think Havertz is trying. I just don't think he's got the quality that Arteta thinks he has. You get me? That's just the God's honest truth. I don't think he's got that kind of quality. And we've seen it for 3 years at Chelsea. But he's in the shirt. He's at the club. I'm going to back him. I'm going to support him because I want him to do well. But if he's not doing good enough, you got to come out and say it as it is. No point buttering over anything. You get me? Premsy, what do you do if you're ESR and Trossard? It just depends on what the mindset is, because you can see that Arsenal are building something right now. And if you think you're good enough to break through into that team, you got to be showing it into training. You get me? If not, go and knock on the manager's door, have a word with him and say to him, look, I feel like I need to be getting more game time. And I think the players will be getting game time. I don't want to see us sacrifice any fucking competition this year. You get me? I want to see us challenge on all fronts. Champions League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Premier League. I want to see it all. You get me? I don't want to be seeing no sacrification on nothing. Simple as that. So I think there will be opportunities for them to play. It's a mad thing, Kevy. Big. It is a mad thing. You get me? I'm telling you, I was waiting to give people bare stick as well. Still, facts, Premsy, you did see it. Everyone was writing us off. We made some quality signings in that midfield area. I'm happy with the way that we've started the season. Nah, I think he's a good man. I think he's a definitely good. Big up yourself, broski. But yeah, man, that's about it, people. I'm going to be wrapping it up here now, though. But make sure you do smash a like on the video, subscribe if you're new. And what can I say? We beat the fucking scumbags. Come on, you Gunners. Let's fucking have it.